Hi, welcome to STEM with Mrs. Sawyer. STEM with Mrs. Sawyer is a video collection of STEM challenges that you can complete at home with your family using the resources and materials that you already have. Each month, I will release a new challenge for you to do at home, and I will send it out in a newsletter that will also have some additional links for any other scientific vocabulary or ideas that you might want to research more before completing the challenge. All of the videos and newsletters are also available on my website and can be done in any order that you would like and can be repeated as often as you would like to do them as well. The challenge for this month is going to require you to go back and think through all of the other challenges you've completed this year and put that knowledge together, and some of those prototypes maybe even, to create and design a Rube Goldberg machine. These machines are named after American cartoonist Rube Goldberg. Now, he never actually created these machines himself, but he created very complicated drawings and cartoons of these machines for entertainment purposes. So let's think about what a Rube Goldberg machine is. So it's a chain reaction machine that is created to solve a very simple task, to do a very simple task, but do it in a very complicated way, and often in a very indirect way. So you may design a Rube Goldberg machine or your chain reaction machine in order to turn on a light switch, or to cause a cup of water to pour into a bucket, or shoot a ball into a basket. Those are all of the ideas that people have created Rube Goldberg machines for, but the sky's the limit. You can make your machine do anything you want. But the main purpose is it's a chain reaction machine. So you might push a basketball, right? Maybe you start by pushing a basketball, but then you don't touch anything after that. And the basketball rolls, and it runs into something, right? That pushes over and runs into something else, and that reaction continues, right? That chain reaction continues. So I'm actually going to show you a couple of these that I have found in the newsletter. I don't normally show you finished products that people have created, but Rube Goldberg machines are, again, very complicated ways of solving very simple tasks. And I think you really need to see one to understand exactly what it is. Rube Goldberg machines, again, originally were not created in real life. They were just drawn on paper. And it wasn't until later on, about the late 1980s, where people started to have contests to build these machines for real. Again, they're very complicated ways of doing a very simple task, but they're a lot of fun. And I'm going to show you some different examples in the newsletter and show you some different images to help you think about what you might want to make your Rube Goldberg machine do. Even though this challenge is a little different than some of the other ones we've done this year, I still want you to take it through the engineering and design process. So as we begin any challenge, we want to start by entering the ask phase and think about, what do we want to solve? In this case, what simple task do you want your Rube Goldberg machine to be able to do when it's completed? So think about all of the different possibilities. Again, the difference in thinking with the Rube Goldberg machine is you're creating something that's going to do a very simple task that you probably could much easier just walk over and do yourself, but you're going to do it in a fun and complicated way that is going to be created with a chain reaction machine. When you're in the imagine phase for this challenge, I want you to think about some very specific things. Think about what you've learned from the other challenges this year, and think about the simple machines that we learned about with the ramp and the catapult, right? We learned about a lever and an inclined plane. So simple machines are ways that you can create these chain reactions in your Rube Goldberg machine design. So when you're thinking about the problem you want it to solve, what is that task your machine is going to do? Think about the different ways that simple machines can help you create those chain reactions. One thing that you can think about is, think about when Legos are falling, or dominoes. So you've seen images where dominoes are lined up, right? And you touch the first one, and then the reaction happens, right? That chain reaction is each domino falls and bumps into the next one and causes them to fall over, oftentimes creating very beautiful and complicated designs. So something like that will help you think about how you want to plan and design your own Rube Goldberg machine. Again, thinking about that final task that you want it to do, but using some simple machines and different chain reactions in order to accomplish that. Now take your best design and go ahead and make a plan for that design. Now, the planning stage of the process for this challenge in particular is very, very important, because you need to have a very detailed plan that thinks through all of those chain reactions in order to create a successful Rube Goldberg machine. So really spend a lot of time in this part of the phase and making sure that you have a strong plan that will help you make a successful Rube Goldberg machine. Now you're going to create that Rube Goldberg machine. You're going to build, test, and refine it. This is probably going to require some more time than some of the other challenges, again, because it's very complicated, and it is going to put together some of the other things you've done. Your Rube Goldberg machine, your chain reaction machine may have a ramp. It may have a catapult. It may have a part of a roller coaster. It may have a maze. It may have all of those different things that we worked on this year, all in one challenge. So this part of the phase you may spend a little more time in that and need a little more refinement than in the past. The iterate phase is also going to be very important for this challenge. You're going to need to go back through that process multiple times. Because you have so many different parts to this challenge, you're going to need to make changes and adjustments in order to make sure that all of the different chain reactions do what you need them to do in order to complete that simple task at the end. So make sure you're going through that process multiple times in order to create a successful chain reaction machine. And then of course, we want to take it further. Can you make your Rube Goldberg machine even more successful? Maybe you can make it complete more than one task. Maybe you can add a whole nother part to where that chain reaction takes even longer before it completes that final task that you've designed. Because Rube Goldberg machines are created for entertainment purposes, they're going to be a lot of fun to share with other people. So definitely don't skip this part of the process. Share your Rube Goldberg machine with other people. Maybe let other people start that chain reaction in order to see what happens, and share your design process with those around you. Thank you again for joining me with STEM with Mrs. Sawyer. As a reminder, send me any pictures and video that you have of the challenges that you create at home, and that all challenges and newsletters are always available on our website, so you can go back to them at any time you'd like. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.